Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
All right, come on in, come in, join out there. Go ahead and say hello, hello. How y'all doing? What's happening? It's us, me and Ty. I know. Where's Coach Diane? She is gone. She is not with us tonight. We're gonna miss her so much. But she's not
Hey,
here.
Karen.
Hey Karen, but we just gonna keep moving and keep moving along, and have a great show. And hope that Diane is traveling safe, and she's traveling and she's has safe travels. Now, you know that when we're missing one of our co-hosts, we need you all to come on, jump in here, be our third co-host, make more comments. Just go ahead and get in that chat and help us move this show along. But we are happy that y'all are
Hey,
here. Hey,
Eula.
Eula. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Ladies and Lyrics. So Ty, it's so hard for me to say it's Ty, Diane, and Diane is not here. So man, I'm like, okay, it's just me and Ty tonight. The dynamic duo. We're gonna go ahead and it's gonna be good.
Karen.
Oh, well, thank you. So
Now,
now
Karen,
Karen, it's so funny you say that. Cause Ty
so
was just
funny.
complaining.
First of all, Karen, it's so fun. It's funny you say that because I moved over the weekend. So first of all, like with my hair, I couldn't find my hair. Oh, look, see, thank you, Eula.
See?
I am having a moment, okay? So one thing about natural hair I realize is that it's like you have to I think it's something about when you wear your natural hair, it forces people to really look at your beauty. Cause sometimes we can get dressed up, we can wear our hair, we can straighten it, we can put a wig on and all of that. But then when we wear our natural hair and just be natural, it forces somebody to like really look at that person to really look for their beauty. So that's something she said, "Look good, stop it." Thank you so much. So, cause I trust me. So I moved this weekend. I moved all the way out of the country. No, I moved.
Practically.
I'm okay. So for those that don't know, if you live in Chicago, we got the West Side and we got the South Side. And when you live on the South Side, or if you live on the West Side or Oak Park, because it's Oak Park. My mama say she don't live on the West Side. She said she lived in Oak Park. So anyway, so if you live on opposite sides of those plains in Chicago, it's like two different worlds. So it's like I feel like I moved across the country. But nevertheless, so it's funny when you said, Karen, that we look great and we are refreshed and well rested because that is farthest from the truth of being well rested right now. So maybe that's just the glory of God shining up on me, beaming down on me, giving me the strength to um to just be here so I can make sure that you all see us here on Ladies and Lyrics. So yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much, Ty. She looked good. Thank y'all for telling her that before she even said anything. She was just complaining. I'm like, no, you don't. You look great. So, Ty, we're gonna just jump in. If you're jumping in
Mm-hmm.
on here, you know what? We need y'all tonight. Come on, get in that chat box. We're missing Coach Diane. We're missing her, but we're gonna keep moving on. So Ty, let's go on here and jump in with some good music. Real talk with us dope women.
Mm-hmm.
So you want me to go ahead and start here?
Uh-huh. Oh, I'm sorry. See, this not my role. It's not my role. But anyway, okay. So, like I was saying, I did move and I moved, sometimes God has a plan for our lives that we don't know what that plan is. So, and it's funny because I had got a prophecy January of this year, and the lady told me that I was moving, right? And I was like, okay, I believe you a prophet, but you got that part wrong. And so this move for me came sort of unexpectedly. It came super fast. It came like, um, come on, the get it together. Yeah. So, It came super fast. It came just kind of like unexpectedly, but nevertheless, it was really a good move for me, and I'm just trying to figure out going back and forth between like readjusting my schedule right now. So that's kind of really what's going on right now with me and my moving. But I'm excited and I'm happy for God to just reveal what He want to do in this season in my life. Yeah.
Just stay open. Just stay open. Okay, so what we didn't talk about last month in October was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We talked about domestic violence because last month, October, was Domestic Violence Awareness Month and Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And we didn't talk about breast cancer awareness. Why am I bringing that up now? It kind of hit me. I went to the doctor, right? I'm pretty good about going annually. But I went today just for an annual checkup. And, while I was there, my doctor did the breast cancer, the exam. When you do a self exam, sort of what the doctor does it. And, well, let me go back. I was going to get a referral to get my mammogram too, but she just did an exam. So it made me think about us, especially Black women. I don't know about you all, but I never do a self exam
Me neither.
ever. I never do a self exam. And so it is important to do a self exam because we could find things way before we go to, I don't even go to the doctor but once a year because I don't need to go. I'm generally healthy and I'm not having babies anymore. Thank God, yes. So I'm not having babies anymore, so I don't need to go often. Some years back, I even had a hysterectomy because I was having issues. So even I don't even need like pap smears like regularly like that anymore. So, but I don't know about you. I'm going to do a quiz out here. All you ladies on here, because I think it's mostly ladies right now. Here's a quiz. If you did, there's a few questions. The first one is if you do self exams, go ahead in the chat and put I do. If you do a self exam regularly, in the chat put I do. I want to see how many of us actually do.
And
Let's
how
do it
often
this
should
way.
we do the self exam? Is it once a month?
Once a month. Once a month.
Okay,
Let's do it this way so I can tell the difference. If you do a self exam regularly, you put a one in the chat. If
yeah.
you don't do a self exam, put a two in the chat. If you do it, give me a one. And if you don't do it, give me a two. If I was in the chat, I put a two because I do
Yep.
not.
I
I
put it
don't.
too. Because I know I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're supposed to do a self examination once a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
Lynette. Good job.
Hey
That's
Brenda.
one. Okay. We got two. Hi,
Karen.
Brenda. We got a two. Ladies, all ladies, I want to see you. Put it in the chat. Do you do a self exam? Two. I see a one. I see a two. We'll wait 2 more minutes. Where now we're talking, if you just jumped on, we're talking about the fact that we didn't really talk about Breast Cancer Awareness Month last month. And I kind of want to talk about it a little bit because personally, my aunt is a breast cancer survivor. One, two, I just came from the doctor today and then she did an exam and I on me and it made me think about that. And she gave me a referral for my mammogram, which I am going to be scheduling tomorrow. Um, but just think about what we could catch, you know, early if we're examining ourselves, especially if you're a generally healthy woman like me who doesn't really go to the doctor's office that much, rarely sick, and you're not doing self exams, then you may miss something. Okay, I only see a couple of responses. Maybe everyone's not responding. So let's do this. So you do a self exam. How many of us women, 40 and over, actually go and get our mammogram annually? One, if you do, and two, if you do not. Ty, you don't go get your mammogram. I see you shaking your head now.
Well, I had one. I did have one. One,
Right.
it was like 5 years ago.
Mhm.
Okay. So Karen gets her mammogram.
Good, good.
Brenda
That's a
gets her
small one.
mammogram. Lynette gets her. Okay, great,
Okay.
great. Um, I had a mammogram. Like I think it was 34, 35.
Oh, that was early. Okay.
Yeah, and it was just the doctor felt something that just really wasn't there. So she had me go in and look or whatever. But again, that should have scared me, right? And
Mm-hmm.
to be doing my
So we're doing them regular.
um regularly, and I don't. She so Eula does one every 2 months. Okay,
Months.
a
Good.
mammogram.
She's probably
Eula.
talking about a self exam.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Are you talking about a self exam or a mammogram? I'm thinking she's talking about a self exam.
But I
Um,
wonder why we don't do it. Is it just because we are just don't think about it? Because it's kind of like one of those things like you don't think it can happen to you until it happens to
no,
you.
until it
Yeah.
happens to you. Yep. I think you just don't think about it. I know for me that's what it is. I just don't think about it, which I should. My aunt is a breast cancer survivor. It's really, really no reason. I really should.
Mo says I really should self check monthly, but I don't. I have to schedule a mammogram soon. Couldn't get one while I was pregnant, but it's very important. Yeah.
It is. It is, especially if you have a family history of it, and especially if you're 40 and over. But if you have a family history, it's very important that we do that. We have to, just be aware of our own bodies. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be much better about that moving forward because, yeah, going to my doctor's visit, it was eye opening for me. So, moving forward, I'm definitely going to be doing that at least every month, or like you said, at least every other month. I don't know if
Yeah.
I got to remind myself, if I'm every night in the bed, I might just, before I go to sleep every night, let me just check out, make sure everything before I roll over and go to sleep.
Wait, so how do you supposed to do it? Like
You have to
now I
have,
gotta go say so you're supposed to lift your arm up and then
yeah,
you touch on
yeah. So
yourself.
lay
Okay.
down, lay down, lay
Uh-huh.
down, and then go all around your breast and around it, then around your nipple, like, yeah.
Wait, both say I mean, hey.
We gotta show the people. We gotta show the people how to do it live on Ladies and Lyrics. How you do a self exam, breast
Right, you
exam.
put your arm up, lay down, or I heard that you could do it in the shower,
Yeah, I
right?
heard you doing the
You could
shower
do
too.
it in the
Yep.
shower. I think they said it's easier to do it in the shower because you
Hmm.
are wet and soaking.
Already touching stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
but for me, I don't know. Just because I think lying down, because I feel like you could feel better lying down because your breast, kind of flattens kind of a little bit. That's my own personal thinking. I think, but
Yeah, the
yeah.
lying down probably will be easier now that I think
Mhm.
about it. Just
Yeah.
get you some good lotion, good slippery lotion.
You
And
don't need anything on your hands. What do you think you're
oh,
gonna be doing with your hands? What do you think you're gonna be doing with your no tie, no tie, no tie.
well,
Yeah.
Eula said yes, so maybe she's talking
No,
about
that is not what she's talking about. That is a delayed response. Your regular fingers, ma'am. Nothing.
okay.
Don't need a lubricant or anything. And
Okay.
just go, and feel, and then yeah. I really think that's important. We have to do that. Right, Karen. Thank you. Please tell her to stop because she's just cutting up. She's cutting up.
Well, I made y'all laugh. Y'all gotta admit, y'all probably laugh like Ty. It's crazy.
We have to do that, ladies. If you, I'm happy to see so many ones that everybody's going to get their mammograms. Good job. At least we're doing that. That's very important. But let's go ahead and take that second step and go ahead and do those self exams regularly so that we could catch whatever before we ever hit the doctor's office or whatever, once a year. Ty,
Yeah,
for you, you need to get in there. How old are you? You're about to be 40.
I'll be 40 next year.
So you need to definitely start having those mammograms every year. I'm going to be honest, I didn't get my mammogram last year because of COVID and all the things that were going on.
So Eula says, self, I don't like men playing with them, and I get mine annually. Okay.
You don't like men?
Okay. Yeah,
What?
I don't.
Wait a minute.
She said,
Where
so
you
I
you
don't like men playing with them, and I get mine annually. Okay, I understand. No refresh. What that mean? What no refresh mean?
no
I'm missing
refresh.
it.
I
Yeah.
don't know what that one meant either. What are you referring to, Karen? We'll give her a minute. And you look, that is funny. I'm gonna try to keep it PG though, because I had some comments for that one. I'm gonna try to just not look, you look, look. I, we're gonna talk about that off the
Okay.
show. Off the show.
Off the show. And forgive
Yes.
me, y'all, if y'all hear my background. I'm not home by myself anymore. She said, "You're not silly, just refreshed." Oh, okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Yeah. That's right, Karen. That's right.
All right. Okay. So, ladies, that's the last thing I'm gonna say on that. Go get those mammograms and start doing those self-exam. I might have to check in with y'all next month to see who actually got their self-exam. And it is November. It's November. We're almost at the end of the year. That means you should have had a mammogram this year already because it's over. Because so all of you all that said you get them annually, you should have had it already, or it should be scheduled. I'm scheduling mine tomorrow for as soon as possible. So, all right. And they took so much blood.
Two
Look, she
fingers
tell me
all
how to do
around the
it. Two
area.
fingers.
Okay.
Thank you. And please tell her she doesn't need anything slippery or anything like that when she does this. Okay. Karen, yours is done for this year. Eula, yours done for this year. Morgan, Mom, you need to go get yours done for this year. You said you need to schedule yours. Who else? Go ahead and get those done because we are at the end of the year. I'm going to get in there before the end of the year. Yeah. Time checking back in with you, seeing if you make that appointment.
Okay.
January.
Done.
Okay. Good.
January. Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
ladies, y'all
Hey,
on
y'all
it.
on top of it. Good. All right. I gotta ask Diane when she comes back next week too. Because I love y'all and I want us all to be healthy and well. I do. All right. Now, let's shift gears because we're going to talk about some music. Let's get into it. Okay, so if you've been watching us on Ladies and Lyrics, you should know one of my all-time favorite groups. Maybe I should make that. Let me see who actually watching this. In the chat, who thinks they remember one of my all-time favorite groups? I'm going to give y'all a minute. And then I'm going to give you a hint because this song is about one of the people from one of my all-time favorite groups. So, who remembers? I could probably go see them all the time. Before we jump into the song tonight, Ty. Uh, okay, I don't see anything. Nobody,
Mm-mm.
nobody, nobody, no guesses, no guesses. All right, so on my wall, there used to be posters. One was of Michael Jackson, and then another one was New Edition, one of my favorite groups. And we have talked about a song from Bobby Brown. So this song is not by Bobby Brown, but it is by one of the other singers from the group, the lead singer, the one that probably almost all the girls had a crush on. So
Not me.
not you. I didn't either. I don't think I really had a crush on either anyone, but I like Bobby just because I liked the way he danced. I thought,
I liked
especially
Bobby and Ronnie and Bobby. Those was who I had a crush on. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So I wonder who had a crush on Ralph. But anyway, I just gave it away. The song of the night is Sensitivity by Ralph Tresvant. All right. Okay, Tom, I'm gonna let you because your comment for the show got me interested in
You know,
what you meant by that.
okay, so this song, okay, I know the song because I listened to it when I was growing up as a little girl and everything like that. And coming listening to the song growing up, I don't think I really understood a lot of different things or whatever. Because it was just like I was just singing the song and I didn't understand what really it meant to have a sensitive man or what that really meant. I just knew, okay, I'm out here dating people and stuff, whatever. Because when did this song come out? This song came out.
Let me see, because I didn't look it up. I usually do.
I'm trying to gauge how old I was.
I'll look it up. Go ahead.
Yeah, so when this song came out, it's like I don't think I was really in tune to what it really meant to be with a man that was sensitive. Okay. So when I was listening to the lyrics, especially the chorus, when he said, "Don't need a man that'll give you money.
Hmm.
Come and let me show you just what you need, honey. You don't need a man that'll treat you wrong. You need a man with sensitivity." And for whatever reason, when he was singing the chorus, it made me laugh because it just made me chuckle a little bit about him saying you need a man with sensitivity because it sound like a man that didn't have a whole lot to offer. So he trying to like get his game up to make you see, like, forget I ain't got a lot to offer, but so let me kind of finesse you a little bit so that I can make myself be more than what I really have. Do that make sense?
Yes, yes, it does make sense. It
And so
does.
I was
Yeah.
just really laughing, at the lyrics when I was reading the lyrics. Like he said, "See, you need someone who's there like a gentleman. If anybody can fit that description, baby, I can. Someone who cares and dare to give himself completely. You got in me and a man with sensitivity." And it was like, okay, that's great. Cool. Yeah, I do love a gentleman. Yes, I do want somebody that fits that description and all that. But then I'm like, I think I want a little more than
Uh,
sensitivity.
uh, like a 1990.
1990. Oh, I was a yeah, so I didn't know nothing what he was talking about in 1990. I
You
wasn't
had
even a
you were like 9 years. How old were
yeah,
you?
I wasn't even a teenager. 1990, I was 8.
8. Okay.
Yes.
I was coming out of high school then. But yes, ma'am. Okay. I had a couple of thoughts. One, I did think that too. I'm like, so you're really saying that you don't have much else to offer. You really don't need a man to give you money because you don't necessarily have that. And so you want her to see something else. Hey girl, you don't need anybody that's gonna give you money. You need me. I'm sensitive, I'm this, I'm that. I could give you that. But on the other hand, like what I really thought as I first heard this song, now the thought that I just shared, I just had this since I've been diving into the lyrics, is that, maybe he really is saying, I care about you. I can show you some emotions. I can show you how much I care. I can deal with your emotions and take care of you and your feelings and things like that, other than somebody else, instead of you, the woman, looking for somebody who can give you money and who can give you all these things. I can take care of you. I can take care of your heart. I can make sure you're not hurt because that's what you need. So I'm like on two sides of the spectrum. I can see it from both ways. Depending on what Devonia or Trinette, if some of y'all know me, depending on who shows up, I could be like, yeah, you just don't have anything, is really what you're saying. Or it's like, oh, that's so sweet. You want to take care of me. You want to make sure I feel loved and cared for and protected. Those things appeal to me as a woman. And I think that's great. But at the same time, I'm wondering, are you just really trying to say maybe you can't take care of me in the other ways, like, financially and provide for me? So what do y'all think out there as me and Ty talk about it? Who anybody like the song, but what do you feel the message he was trying to get across? Which side do you come on? Go ahead, Ty.
Now, when I think about it too, though, because I'm gonna think about the most recent relationship, which is West Side. And by the way, I don't really know what's going on with that right now. But when I think about West Side and think about like the treatment that he was a sensitive man in terms of sensitive in nature towards me, not sensitive in nature just like having a sensitive passive
Now,
character, yeah, or
yeah.
personality, but sensitive in nature towards me. So and it was like, yeah, I can provide and take care of and be your strong man and this and that, but when it comes to meeting my needs emotionally, he did, I guess he was this man with sensitivity at. So, Ralph could be talking. I don't know. Yeah, I would love to know what Ralph or whoever the songwriter was, what they were really, because we can take this the wrong way. We could be taking it like this man is saying he don't really got much to offer. So let me at least highlight a man, be me being a man,
What I do offer, bring to the
right?
table. Yeah.
So and you listen at Frankie Beverly, um, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know, because he said, listen, baby, don't even waste your tears on an insensitive man. Now, he had a point there because an insensitive man will make you cry, will make you feel like he don't care, make you feel like, um, okay, now, so that just made me think about something because sometimes what they say women do gravitate towards men who are bad boys or who don't treat them right or who are dogs and all this other stuff. They do say that
Yeah,
that
that's where I
happens.
was going to go next, but yeah.
Yeah, so go elaborate. What you want to
No,
say?
I was just going to ask about that because women sometimes, it's appealing to, gravitate toward the bad boy. And a lot of times we think that they, yeah, a little rough around edges. We like that. And, sometimes, especially when you're younger, you gravitate toward that bad boy type of persona. And yeah, he this, he that, but at the same time, he probably cannot, he's probably not taking care of your feelings, right? And I was just wondering about this song talking about that bad boy kind of thing that women gravitate toward? Like, you don't need a bad boy. Do good guys finish last? And that was what I wanted to ask about too. That's a question I'm throwing out there to all you ladies and everybody on here. Do good guys finish last? Because
Because
I
I'm
think
thinking,
he might be a good guy.
yeah, because when you think about it, we what it's not, we're not really gravitating towards the bad guy. We're gravitating towards the excitement that the bad guy gives us. It's
Mm,
certain level of excitement
yeah.
that that comes with that, or that comes with being with that type of person. Um, it's just something there. But then it's like, do we think the good guys are boring? I'm trying to
Mm.
think.
And you are right. I think it is the excitement. It's the excitement. It's the unknown. It's all of this. Yeah, it's definitely the excitement of it. And are
Yeah,
good
because I
guys
know.
boring? No, I don't think
Yeah,
good guys are boring though. I think that, when we're young and when we're young and fly and all excitement, we are looking for excitement and things to get into and stuff that we're not supposed to be doing. Yeah, that's exciting and appealing. But I don't think that's the thing that I
because
don't
I
think that
dated.
because you're a good guy, you're boring. I don't think
Yeah, because I think when I think back on a relationship that I was in before a few years ago, I dated a good guy who would meet the characteristics of this Ralph Tresvant song, and it just didn't work out because
why not.
I wasn't excited.
Why weren't you excited? Were you looking for excitement from this person?
Yeah, I was looking for excitement. I wanted, like, he was just normal. I didn't even. He was like, it was like eating chicken and you only put a little seasoning and salt on it. I mean, it was like good, but like had you put a little more seasoning salt on it, had you put some garlic powder on it and some other stuff on it to like brighten it up, it would have been better. And it's just like I was like, I can't. I can't do it. I want it, and I do. Brenda, yes, I do. I like.
Boring, dry.
Yeah, it has people. Yes, it was. Some men feel strong. Black women make them feel they are not enough. And see, and I don't never want nobody to feel like that. But I just wasn't excited. I'm sorry. I didn't know. But he
But
was a really.
is it that or is it just the personality of a person? Let me say, okay, I'm 49, right? And I am not looking for a bad boy. However, I have like somewhat of an adventurous nature. Like I like to try stuff, new things. Like, and I would want a partner who won't be like, nah, I ain't doing that. So I'm gonna tell y'all, this guy that out there tries to hit on me in the gym, and that's his we talk because we in the gym, and he just will not let me talk to him. So we talk, and it's always with him. No, I ain't doing that. It's too whatever. No, I ain't doing it. And I'm like, no. See, I told him like, no, we could never get it because I'm way too adventurous. I think it's just more like a personality thing. Just like you have to me, for me, you have to be willing at least try. Don't just say no out the gate. So, and then wanting a person that can make you laugh and that type of thing. I think it's just a personality thing. I don't want a boring
Yeah.
dry man either. If we can't laugh, talk, go hang out and go jump out of planes or something, climb some mountains or something, climb something, probably not a mountain, but do some things together that maybe we would ordinarily do. We probably won't get along.
So Karen says age plays a factor. When you're young, you want excitement. When you get older, you want more mature, settled man. And I can definitely see that. But when I was thinking about it, Karen, so I agree with you on a mature, settled man because yeah, I don't want to go climbing mountains and doing all this too much extracurricular activity. But I do, but I do realize what it was too. He just didn't have a strong personality. And so,
Yeah.
because I already naturally have a strong personality, I'm not afraid to admit I need a man that has a more overpowering personality than I do. Because I
Mhm.
just like in my life with everything else, I'm always the person in charge. I'm always the person kind of like running the show. So it's like when I come home or when I'm in a relationship, I want somebody else to take over that. I don't want to go home and then also be running the show. I don't want to.
Yeah.
So it was just like his personality was just not strong. So it was just like, even from the way that he touched me, he was just kind of like so sensitive that even his touch, like I need to be, I need you to touch me. And
Men handle you. You see?
yeah, yes, Karen. Like I would take over the relationship if the man doesn't have a strong personality, and maybe that's something that God really may be trying to work on me on because it's like that's hard to submit to that a person that you just like I'm doing this. Just say shut up or something, whatever. Not to say that I'm being disrespectful, but just I don't know. It's just like yeah, that's what it was. So maybe that's the blandness that I felt, which is like he just wasn't strong enough in personality for me. Brenda said, a mature, settled man with some
With
bad
some
boy
bad
in
boy
him.
in
Yeah.
them. Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Mature,
I used to say
settled.
this.
It's got a little bit of spice. That got some spice in them. Because I don't want anybody that's out here with his pants hanging down his butt and all kind of craziness and coming home at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. No, I don't want any of that stuff. But yes, you got to have some spice, like some kind of spice to you that just you gotta make for me it's like make me laugh. Let's have fun together. Let's laugh together. We can have a good conversation and laugh together and we can do some stuff together. We good. But because I
Yeah.
think it's more personality. So going back to the question, I think it has more to do with the people's personality than it does like especially when you get older, and I'm gonna say that than it does like the bad boy type of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Because like even now, yeah, like I like to just go out to dinner and go to
Yeah,
different like more like casual,
yeah.
relaxing type things, but still like when I come home, I mean, yeah, be sensitive to to my nature, but then also be strong.
I like, you know, what you're saying, but still, because I'm thinking about the sensitivity part. Sometimes men fail to kind of tap into, the softer side of us and care for us and, rub feet and hey, did you have a good day? That type of stuff, the little things, which I think is so very important. Because I want my feet rubbed, I want my back rubbed. I want you to ask me how my day. Oh, babe, do you need me to bring you lunch? Take it. And some people think, oh, you're a sucker. You soft if you do those types of things, but it's really a part of being that's a man. That's what a real man does, and a real man is not afraid to do those things and think that his masculinity is being attacked or some stuff like that. So
So, okay, so have you watched the show You? Have you seen You on
I've never
Netflix?
seen it. I see it on Netflix, but I've never watched it. No.
Okay, so when I think about okay, so if we're gonna give it up for the good guys, then this might not be a good example because Joe, the main character Joe, he's a serial sociopath. He's a serial killer, but but
Okay.
but he like ha- gets he cares about the women that he end up killing,
Killing.
unfortunately. But like he develops like this almost stalkerish. Well, he is a stalker. He develops like this stalker thing to him, and he like, but he cares. It's like he has a level of sensitivity towards them. Like he'll do anything for him. He'll kill anybody for him. Like if somebody is getting in the way and something is happening, like he's a protector. But then once they switch on him, then unfortunately he kills them too. Like it's a really good show. But when I think about somebody being sensitive, but yet still being excitable, still having a strong personality, still able to kind of like be in charge, I think of him. So no, I don't want no serial killer boyfriend or husband. But when I was trying to think of like I was trying to like use an example of a movie or something that like I could reference of somebody or a man that was a sensitive man, but yet still had that strong personality or those strong characteristics.
It's funny that you say that because I can't hide anything on my face.
And, Bridget
Don't
said,
care
"Don't
that
care
much.
that much for me."
What are you
What
talking
you
about?
mean, Brenda?
Um. Oh, I wonder. Do we have a lot of good images like they're on television or anything? Do we see images where men are sexy, hot, got some fire to them, and but taking care of their women and their children too? Do we see those images, or is it like one or the other? You know.
You know who I think may be that type of person, and I don't know him personally, but maybe Denzel Washington. He seems like he could be sensitive towards his wife, but yet still have like a very caring personality, like sensitive towards her. But like we already could tell that he's a dominant, like masculine male.
Mhm.
But I could see him being sensitive towards his wife, like having that level of sensitivity. So when I think about somebody, he could come to mind. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Do I see? Because I don't watch a lot of TV, so I'm trying to think. There, I do have my specific shows that I watch. Hmm. I don't know, especially the ones about family, because when I think about like Power and Empire, those men that were leading those shows, what was his name on Empire?
Lucius.
Lucius.
Hmm.
What in the world? I I'm not even gonna touch him. And then Power, what was his name? Ghost.
Jamie goes he
His name James. His name
now
is Ghost.
he was sensitive towards what's the lady
Yeah,
Angela. He was
Angela.
sensitive towards Angela because
He
whatever
doesn't.
reason.
That doesn't count. That was his mistress. He already no. That was his mistress.
They
I'm
are
talking to
always
his.
nicer to the mistress, aren't they?
I'm talking to his wife and his kids. He was okay to his kids, but look how he did how he flipped on his son at the end. He flipped on his son on the end so he could be a politician or something. But anywho, I'm just trying to figure out, and I'm bringing it up because why can't we see more images like that where our men, and I'm talking about our men in particular, because I could probably think of shows where we might see other men, that do these types of things. But why are our men always depicted like they're some drug lords or they are cheating on their wives or something crazy. Please, somebody help me find a good example. There's got to be some besides the sitcom. Like Huxtable used to rub feet. I remember him rubbing his wife's feet.
Yeah,
He
he
used to.
did.
I think he might have been. And we have to go all the way back to the freaking 90s. Lord,
And he was sensitive. He was
he
sensitive
was.
towards his
I think
wife.
I would say Heathcliff Huxtable, maybe. Who else? Let's see. I'm really trying to think. That's a shame. I can't even think of it. That's messed up. And I'm bringing it up because why? Why can't our boys and our little girls see dads, men, fathers? I would love for little girls, especially ones who don't have fathers at home, like I did it. I would love to see them
Will Smith.
on.
Okay.
I would love to see them. I'm gonna talk about Will in a minute. I would.
They giving Jada a bad rap.
They
She's
really
doing
are getting,
everything
yeah, but we
she
can't
can
talk
out
about
the
Jada right now.
box.
Let's say that for our chit chat. We ain't talk about that. They poor Jada, they just put her through the ringer. Um, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was saying. I didn't totally forgot. I lost all of it. I don't know. I don't remember y'all. What was I
Okay, I'm
talking about
good.
before Will came up there? Uh,
About the little girls being able to see their fathers.
yeah, because so many of us, like me, grew up without a father in the home, without a male role model. And let's be honest, most of our kids are watching TV or videos and things like that. And that's where they're getting their ideas about how a man should treat a woman, how a man should treat his children. Why can't they get more examples or see more images like that when they turn on the TV? Why? That pisses me off, and I'm saying it. I'm mad. I hate that because we have families like that. We have real life families like that. I know fathers that have taken care of their kids and wives and things like that. Why can't we see that on TV? Our families aren't just one way. So
But the
okay,
reason why we don't see it on TV like we should, it's the same way why how um even domestic violence, even going back to that, how it's romanticized through or depicted through movies. Because sometimes you can watch a movie and especially if it's like has a domestic violence situation and it comes in with the man being overly aggressive, domestic, maybe hit the girl or a woman or whatever, but then they make passionate love after it, like he buys her something
yeah,
and all of that. So they romanticize it in a way where it's like it's something bad, but then it also kind of like desensitizes you to it. So it's the same reason why we don't see our men is because we have a lot of, unfortunately, white gays who's creating these shows and these movies, and a lot of the movies we're seeing is done through their lens, through their eye lens. Because even if you have a script that's written, and the reason why I know this because I watch a lot of documentaries about filmmaking and things of that nature. When you have these scripts that's written, it could be originally written in a certain way, but then when it goes to the production house, you'll have these people and these higher up executives to say, "Oh no, you got to change this. We can't do we." the audience won't like this, or they won't like this, or the man could be a good father. No, we got to make him have some type of issue. Let's make him a drug addict, or let's make him where he don't have a job, a good job or something. So they go in and critique and change these scripts around to fit what they feel should be on television. And that's why we have to get into more independent filmmaking and support our independent filmmakers, our black independent filmmakers, so I'm gonna just put this out here. The next time you see somebody who's saying, "Hey, I got to GoFundMe because I'm about to make a movie. I'm trying to make a movie," support it, because we need those people to make those movies. And support those independent movies, so that we can have a more balanced
Depiction.
television screen. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Depiction of black families, black men, because right now I'm talking about black fathers and black men, and that our men can be sensitive and they can be good to women, and there are some like that, and they can still be hot and sexy and exciting at the same time because they out there. I know. I'm like Diane. I'm gonna channel Diane today because I know you out there,
Right.
right? But good, great discussion, you all. Let's kind of go into some what's going on. What's going on, Ty?
Oh, okay. So what's going on? We have a juicy topic
Oh, I
for
haven't
today.
thought
So
about it. Whatever it is, it's a
the question
oh.
is, in a relationship or marriage, is sex an obligation? And then if so, for who? The man or the woman? Now, this is how I'm going to answer this question. I really think it depends on the person, because you have some men that are high natured, and then depending on how old he is, he may not need it as much as he did when he was younger. But then you may have another woman who's high natured and she may need it. So I mean, I feel like the Bible tells us not to withhold sex from our mate. So that's what the Bible tells us not to do, so we don't give in to temptation and all of that other stuff. So no, I wouldn't necessarily put the word obligation onto it, but I would say that it needs to be definitely um it's a standard that we have to hold it to, unfortunately, because like even when okay, so I'm gonna say for me, like as a practicing Christian, I do practice celibacy. Okay, and that can be hard trying to be in relationship with someone. Yeah, submit, Karen. That's right. Like it could be hard trying to be in relationship with somebody, but then I'm not, but because I'm celibate, and then if they don't practice celibacy, it's like hard on them. So the main thing is that they will say is, "Oh, I can't do that. I can't go without sex." So it like people. So I would guess the answer is yes. Sex is an obligation because people put so much. It's like this is like they put so much on having sex. They make it like this big it's like sex is king, and we just the queen and the prince sitting on the opposite side of the chair, because that's how people hold it to such a high regard and make it more than what it really is, in my opinion.
Hmm.
What you think, Diane?
I didn't
I
even.
mean, Devanya.
Man, is it an obligation? Now, I don't necessarily like the word obligation because it means like you have to do it. So I'm going to go here a little bit where you went. Um, First of all, if you're in a relationship with somebody, I always say this almost every time when we talk about anything that have to do marriage and relationship. I think they're totally different things. They don't hold the same weight in my mind. They just don't. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you're not married to them, I feel like that word definitely can't be used. I'll stop for a minute. What was that?
Karen says my line for that was, if you say you love me, then you can wait until the time comes. I agree with that. Like you can't tell me you love me, but then say you can't wait. You can't be with me because you can't wait to have sex. Like that don't make sense to me.
Well, let me say this. I think it's fair to come in and being honest. Like that
Mm-hmm.
needs to be a very upfront conversation toward the very beginning. That way, he or she can make their exit very quickly. Oh, she's not going to give it up. He's not going. I'm out of here. So don't get in a relationship with me and then act like it's a surprise because I said
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to have sex, but now you think I should because it's been 6 months. I thought you was just saying, no, I wasn't just saying that. This is what I said. But anywho, um, yeah, if you're in a relationship, no, I definitely don't think there's any type of obligation I have to give you anything or you give me anything. If that's what we want to do with each other, then that's what we do. But if I'm married and it does say that you're not supposed to withhold in the Bible. If I'm married, I feel like I should be having sex with my husband if I want to keep my husband happy in my marriage. Just like I want to have, if I want to have sex, my husband should be giving it to. I mean, we're in a covenant, we're in a promise together, and this is what we do. This is what we promise. That's part of marriage. It's part of marriage that's part of it. I mean, technically, that's when we're supposed to be having sex. If we all were doing it the right way, we wouldn't even do it until we got married, right? It's the right way. But if I'm married and I'm married to my man, my husband, yeah, I should be. Because then if he goes off and doing it with somebody else and get his whatever fed through somebody else, he's more likely to do that if he's not getting it at home. So I think I should. I'm not going to use the word obligated, but if I'm married to somebody, then he should. And if he's married, yeah, absolutely, both ways. Then it should be vice versa as well. We should both be taking care of each other's needs. We should be taking care of each other's needs so that we're not looking outside of our marriage for somebody else to take care of. What do y'all think? Do you think that you're obligated to have sex if you're in a marital relationship? We'll take a couple of responses to that before we start wrapping up the show. But yeah, that's my response. I think that you should if you're married. And I wouldn't say that, all right, give it to me type. I just hope people care enough. I don't see getting into a marriage and not giving my everything to it. I want to give it all. Here it is, all for you, baby. This all yours. Everything, my body, my mind, my talents, everything. We gonna put these things together, and we're gonna be stronger together. So,
Right. It- I, I think what throws it off is the saying the word obligation.
obligated.
Right.
Mhm.
Not obligated, but to be submissive, that goes both ways. Yeah. Because it's like sometimes I think you should each of us, each party should give everybody grace in certain particular situations because sometimes you may just not be in the mood. If I'm saying, honey, I'm just tired, it was a long
Yeah.
day.
Right. Right.
Hey, we should be able to say that and not
Yeah.
feel uncomfortable to say to our partner. Now
Yeah.
sometimes we do have to compromise and, especially if we've been withholding for whatever reason. But
Yeah.
I don't like the word obligation.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
should,
me
yeah,
neither. I don't like
yeah.
that word either. It's a bit strong there.
Mhm.
That's a strong word to use. I don't like it either. But you're right. I mean, everybody's not going to do it when you want to do it every night and we this and that and no. But just as a general, as the marriage is healthy, it should be a healthy relationship in all ways. That's what
Yeah.
I and that's including sexually. And that's whatever it is for that particular couple. You know,
Yeah, right.
men do start to lose their sex drive though as they get older, and they do start losing the ability for things to work properly. And that's why I said I'm a strong advocate of medicine.
Mhm. So, and my thing is, this my thing, especially when it comes to the men and when they getting older and you're not even like you already know you're not really your sex drive is just not the same. And so for you to have an issue with somebody being celibate until marriage, like you ain't even having sex. You can go months already by yourself without having sex. So, but
Some.
Mo, yes, they
Look.
How old is? I don't even know how
She
old Mo
young.
is.
She don't know
Okay.
yet.
Yes,
She's not even.
Mo.
She's this early 30 maybe or early
Yeah,
30s,
about
right?
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's still young. She doesn't know yet. She's not crossed over to
yeah.
the
Some
other side. I
about
mean,
that.
I'm just gonna keep it real. They're just telling you the truth. Okay.
Yeah.
Not
Okay,
all, not all, not
yeah, not
all.
all of them, but it's a
Okay, but
reason why the women in their 40s and 50s and 60s are cougars. It's a reason, ma'am.
are you looking at these facial expressions now, Mom?
She said, "I'll be
I'll be
30. I'm
30.
not
I'm gonna
living
live
that
that
life
life.
yet."
No, you're
No,
not.
yeah,
No, you're not.
you got a good, yeah, because once you cross over, you're gonna be like, wait a minute, what is going on? Because you start heating up a little bit more. The older you get, you start heating up more, and then you like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
It starts to get a little lopsided. I think women still have that drive like that. They still want it, into their 40s and things like that. And men started losing the ability like to keep an erection, and things like that. And I mean, it's a real thing for real. And that's why I keep saying this thing, I think medicine, but I think men, their egos sometimes get in the way. And if you want to please your wife, because I'm going to go back to the topic, if you still want to have a healthy marriage and things like that, then you got to do what you have to do. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm just serious.
stop. Okay, so this is a PSA to men out there. Stop letting your ego get in the way of you taking Viagra. Because when I get older, and if menopause hit me and I am in that stage with my menopause where it affects me down there where I'm dry, I'm getting whatever I need to get so that I could be undry. I'm not going to have an ego in that area. So we need y'all to not have egos in that area and get what you need to get so you can satisfy your woman. Okay. We grown. Ain't this a grown woman
This is
show,
a
right?
we have a grown folks talk. This is grown folks like if you're not grown, then you don't need to be on.
Yeah, if you were a little
Yeah,
kid, then I'm sorry. We should have said, "Hey, cover your ears." But hey, Mo said this has been one of my favorite episodes. Thank you. Look. We happy to make you laugh, Mo. That's what we
right,
doing.
right. We have to educate you. We have to educate you what you have to look forward to. But seriously, thank you for that PSA. Because and I don't know how many men are actually watching, but seriously, for real though, y'all, we have to stop playing. Okay,
Yeah.
so moving
Carrie,
on.
but Carrie say, you are fun tonight. I think what I'm trying to do is overcompensate because Diane isn't here. I
Yes,
think
because
that's
I
what's
would
going
love. I think Diane would have a lot to say on this topic too.
on.
I know she would. As a matter of fact, she'd have a lot to say on this topic, and I'm sure, and she'd agree with what we're saying. Get some help if you need it, brother. Okay, bro.
Please.
Thanks.
Karen says also, when you get older, as myself, if not, it's not about sex as much as it's about intimacy, the holding, the caressing, the closeness, not necessarily sex. And I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. Absolutely.
And then just a little side note, it's going off the topic a little bit, but intimacy is not. I think people think intimacy and sex are like the same thing. They are not the same thing. They are two different things, and the intimacy can happen in so many ways, just like
Yeah.
Karen saying, holding hands, talking, just having a conversation, spending time together, watching a movie together, getting your feet rubbed, talking, planning your next steps together, and just those quiet moments, reading books and talking about them together. All those ways to build intimacy and to get closer with your partner without being sexually having intercourse or being sexually involved. So anyway, we just gave y'all we gave some young folks. I think most of the youngest one on here tonight, but you share us with your friends. They need some help. Share us with your friends. And so we're gonna wrap up the show tonight. And thank you all for tuning in and being our co-host tonight. Next week, oh my goodness, next week we gonna still be down another co-host. I'm just gonna let y'all know. Yep. But
Yeah.
it won't be Diane. Tune in to find out which co-host is gonna be missing next week. We're not gonna tell you. But anyway, if you're interested in creating a theme song for us, go ahead and send it to us at ladiesandlyrics3@gmail.com. Any genre, gospel, reggae, rap, whatever you like to do. And if you're not creating it and you know somebody who does create music, share it with them. Tell them you gotta listen to those ladies or ladies and lyrics. Because guess what? They make us laugh and they talk about some stuff that some other people probably ain't gonna talk about. All right. We'll see y'all back here next week on Ladies and Lyrics. Someone who can love you, someone who will need you, someone who will treat you right, like me do, someone